Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Rankaholics podcast. It's our 50th episode.
5-0, baby.
Pew, pew, pew. And Jordan is not here.
He is sick.
Yeah, he's sick. He just didn't want to cough into the mic a ton. Yeah, mic a ton.
It's the medicine he's been taking, too,
yeah,
I think. Mic a ton.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I'll cough into the mic for him.
Anyway, but yes, we've made it to 50 episodes. Did you guys think that we would have made it to?
Oh, I thought we would stop at like 10 and a half.
This isn't working out.
I always had faith.
Oh, I would have said one, and then after hearing that, no. I mean, it's been a year. It's been almost exactly a year, I guess.
One day off.
Yeah,
we
one
skipped
day off.
2 weeks, which works out because like 52 is obviously a year because you put out one a week, but it's not a nice number.
Yeah,
but 50 is way better, so it's like it works out.
Exactly.
So those 2 weeks we skipped were all for
plan. It was part of our plan.
Yeah. Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. But no, this is exciting. I mean, we're going to be dropping some merch here. I guess when this episode's drop, we'll reveal what our merch looks like. We'll also reveal our new logo that we have, and we have some exciting things coming. We have a new segment, I guess is what you'd call it, for starting this episode, and I'll talk more in detail about that. But first, Giuliano has, his annual fact, or his
annual.
Annual.
Once a year.
Once a year. His weekly fact.
A fun fact. All right, so in honor of movies, since that will be the topic.
Movie franchises.
Here's a movie fun fact. So in the movie Spider-Man, the 2002 Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire, this scene took 156 takes, which it was the scene where Tobey Maguire, who is Peter Parker, comes to help his love interest, Mary Jane, after she slips inside their school cafeteria. Her lunch goes flying into the air, but Peter manages to swoop in, stop her fall, and catch all of the lunch items on the tray, like stacked perfectly. Yeah. And there was no CGI in that. There was no stapling of the film or whatever. It was like he actually did that
as raw as it could be.
And it took 156 takes.
Oh my gosh,
I've seen something.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Yeah,
that's how you know he's actually Spider-Man, because
it took 156 tries.
Takes, yeah.
What does he catch? He catches
like a milk carton, an apple, and something else. I'm sure Pat's looking it up right now.
Because to catch the milk carton and not have it spill would be hard in itself.
Oh,
I feel like. And the apple, because it's round and you're catching it onto onto the tray.
The tray was, I think, glued to his hand.
Okay.
I think the tray was glued to his hand, but other than that, there's nothing else.
Looks like a plate with a sandwich on it, an apple, an egg carton. Or
an egg carton.
You got all 12 eggs.
Milk on its side, and then like a bowl of salad or something on top of that.
Wow.
Yeah, because Mary Jane, MJ, she trips and falls back and throws all of her stuff in the air. So,
shout out to Mr. Tobey Maguire.
Mr. Maguire.
Shout out to Tobes.
Yeah. Wow, real life Spider-Man right there. That was a great fun fact. I like that.
I've actually heard that one before.
Yeah, I've seen memes or whatever.
Yes, yeah. Though it still amazes me every time I hear it. So
yeah.
Thank you for inspiring us to all be like Spider-Man, or reminding us who is one of the greatest.
My goal in life is to remind
top
people
3.
to be like Spider-Man.
Top 3, not 1, 2. Hot take right there. As Jordan would say. Okay, so that was our fun fact. And now we will spin our wheel. And if you're just joining us for the first time, we have a bunch of smaller topics that aren't our main topic on this wheel, and we kind of just do these last second.
You can see it on our YouTube.
Yes,
it's called the wheel of not our main facts, but our side facts, our topics.
10 minutes or less.
10 minutes or less.
Yeah,
I love that. Okay, we'll come up with an acronym for that. Okay, spin. Give us a good spin, Pat.
Good.
Ooh,
workouts.
Oh, great. Okay, mom, this is
workouts.
This topic is for you because you wanted us to do a whole podcast on it. But
a whole podcast.
Yeah, she was like,
Mrs. Denaro.
I was like, I don't know if we could do an hour on this.
Yikes.
Okay, workouts. So we are ranking
our the best ones.
Our favorite ones.
Maybe the most
the hardest ones.
Satisfying.
Oh, most satisfying.
Or like what do you think, like after you get a good workout and like doing bench press, you're like, oh man, I feel good after doing that.
Yeah, I think bench press is pretty satisfying. Also like bicep curls. Those are pretty satisfying.
Oh, I always
too.
like doing bicep curls.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Look at me.
I mean, look at us. Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, like a gym.
Definition of bicep curl.
Yeah. What about like a good plank?
That one's still freaking one of the worst.
Longest minute something of your life.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, they're good to do. It's just like the most painful, I think.
Oh, you know which ones I don't like are this? I just don't like sit-ups or any like
Sit-ups
related
are
ones.
tough ones.
Ab workouts are really tough to do because you have to do a lot of them in order to like feel it, and then it like hurts. But you're like, I gotta keep going.
Hate them because they kill my back before I get sore anywhere else.
Right.
And I'm like, I have to stop because my back's hurting. I'm like, I could do more though, but I can't.
Well, you just
So-
have a bad
And then
back,
like,
so.
and then you like get sore the next day, and then you like every time you like laugh or something, like you can feel like the
Yeah.
Although that is really satisfying too. Like the day afterwards, it's like, oh, I'm sore in my abdomen.
Like, this is good.
But it's like
I like a cable row.
Oh,
I like
okay.
those. Those
Yeah.
are nice.
those are
You
pretty
know, you're
interesting.
sitting down, but you're just, I mean, you can feel it.
yeah.
You're like, this is good.
What does those work? What do those work out again? Like your shoulders?
I believe it's a plethora of things.
It is.
Plethora.
I think it's arms a lot and shoulders, I believe.
Okay.
And I mean, it's a good array of stuff.
It's a good variety.
Yes, as the kids, I believe, say.
Yes, yes.
Do you count like playing basketball or playing soccer like a workout?
Cardio.
Yeah, it's cardio.
That's a good cardio. Or like jumping rope.
I wouldn't necessarily like for me. I don't call it a workout because every time I play basketball or soccer, I'm not like, oh, I just worked out.
Yeah.
But like, I know it's
Technically,
considered like a workout.
Yeah, but you could consider like jump rope or like
That's what. Yeah, I
doing
mean, people
like
do that.
treadmill.
You burn a lot of calories laughing. So
That's
Hey.
usually my I love laughing.
that's probably the one
Live, laugh, love.
workout I
One of
do.
my favorite mottos.
Seated cable row. Lats, biceps, traps.
Ooh, what about pull-ups?
I don't love pull-ups, but they're good to do.
I don't love them either. But
Yeah.
they're good to
They're
do.
good to do. Hey, they're
And
good
then
to
there's
do.
always like that
what I
whenever
hear.
there's like a pull-up bar at somebody else's house. Someone's let's how many can
you
let's
do?
how many can you
Contest.
do? And then
I remember one time there was a fire drill. No, it wasn't a fire drill. We just came back from PE. This is what it was. It was 9/11. And we had like the
You weren't even in school. Oh, like it was the day.
it was September 11th of
Okay.
whatever year.
Yeah,
I think I was a junior.
it was 20
'Cause I think
X. It was
you
20
guys were both
XX.
there. But we like PE was first period, which
Mhm.
awful decision.
Oh,
Sorry
That
to
is
whoever.
that is true. Yeah.
But it was cut short because we had the 9/11 ceremony outside.
Mhm.
So we had like
5
20 minutes
yeah.
or whatever. And I think it was Brother
Was it
Thomas
with-
or
okay.
Mr. Netzel, I don't know.
Mhm.
But we just went up to the, the basketball hoop in the parking
Yeah,
lot and
yeah,
it
I
has the
remember
bar.
that. It was
And we
Mr.
just did a
Netzel.
contest, a
Okay.
pull-up contest
Yeah, it was
for
Mr. Netzel
10
who
or
did
20
that.
minutes or
Yeah.
whatever.
I don't
That
remember
was pretty
that.
fun. I didn't realize it was September 11th.
I think that's what it was.
What grade was that?
I think it was my junior, your senior.
my senior.
your sophomore.
Really?
I think so, because I know it was a small
We-
class.
Well, we never. You might be thinking of
Or was it
Junior
like
high?
junior high? Yeah.
That's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
Yeah.
Because I feel like junior high is the
sounds-
only time I've had PE in the
first-
morning.
Yeah, first
Yeah.
class.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But still.
Okay.
But yeah, I
that's-
remember that. It was.
or-
was a day.
dude, you wanna know what was the worst? It was like when you would lose out on your PE because of
Yeah.
whatever
Whatever.
reason.
When you get PE like twice a week and you're like,
you're like,
come
dude, I
on.
need my PE. We want to play games.
Meanwhile, the girls were like, oh, we don't care. I
yeah,
was
but
like,
then they get their
"What?"
PE.
Yeah.
yeah, they would always get it. And we
I think it's a universal thing where like I don't think I know a single girl class that like loves PE. I think it's
I think it was
universal.
depending on the teacher, to be honest. Because, like,
True.
I mean, and it was, I could see it in our case if we had a teacher that didn't let us do whatever we wanted.
Well, that's true. That's true. But then also, I think I don't know if actually the very first I think quarter of my freshman year, Mr. Nutzel would like pick the game and then we would play it, and then like the rest of the quarter we just end up playing football every day.
Yep.
But I think for like the first quarter, he actually like picked what we did, so we did like dodgeball a lot and I don't know. Mr. Kinley, did Mr. Kinley pick the games? I think Mr. Kinley did pick the
he
games
did
when we
way
were in
back,
fifth
yeah.
and sixth grade. But those were always fun though, 'cause, like capture a flag or like
Yeah. Capture the flag. It's fun.
what a time! What a time to be alive. Back on workouts though, just trying to think of some other ones like
There's like legs. Like
legs,
leg
leg
press.
workouts. Lunges are good.
Lunges are- I like calf raises.
Calf raises.
Leg workouts are so like brutal.
You know what? Everyone hates on leg day, and it's like,
But it's
not that bad.
well, it's only bad when you're like trying to
Already
walk to your
sore?
car. Yeah, when you walk to your car and you're like all sore, like trying to walk down the stairs.
If you're not sore after leg day, then you did something wrong.
Yeah, you didn't go hard enough.
Yeah.
So I remember one time when I was in college. I think it was my first or second like quarter there at the community college, and when I took like a PE class, and I just had to log in my time, and I did like a leg day, and then after that I tried walking down the stairs, and it looked like I was constipated and could not walk like at all.
Noodle legs.
Yeah, and it was like one of the first days, and I could not walk like correctly for like a week.
Yeah.
That's
So
funny.
I was like, definitely went way too hard. So, do we have anything else we want to say on workouts? Any other
I don't think
workouts?
so.
I have
what do-
nothing else to say.
Okay, what was our favorite? I guess, or our best? What do we think is the best? Bench press,
Bench press.
Yeah, sure. Bench press.
Yeah.
or if you were to go with a leg workout, what's the? I guess lunges with weights, or
Calf raises.
I like to do the actual leg press where you're like sitting back
Mhm.
and you like push up against them. The only thing with that is like don't extend your legs all the way
Mm-hmm.
because there's so many videos of people who extend their legs all the way and like lock their knees and
Oh,
then
yeah.
it crushes their legs the other way.
yeah,
So
that is
don't do that.
Do not. That is awful.
yeah. So, all right, well that was workouts. There you go, Mom. There's our there's
That's all
our,
you get.
there's our ranking right there. Okay, so here we have a new segment that we're gonna start with episode 50, and I will admit this was not like my this was not like my idea. When we were growing up, and my mom would pick us up from school, the local radio show would do this segment called Buy or Sell, and they do it on a lot of sports talk shows. But basically, what it is you have a statement and you buy or sell the statement. So buy is like you agree or yes to the statement, and sell is you disagree with the statement or no, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So and it didn't have to do with like just sports. It could be about anything, any of like recent events or anything that's happening in like the world today. But it was like entertainment stuff basically.
And it's
Or-
however you like interpret the statement to be.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like what the questions surrounded were usually like
Mm-hmm.
entertainment or just like life stuff in general.
Mhm.
So, and I always liked listening to that segment of the show because it was always interesting and give my own input. So I thought we would.
You were actually on it one time.
Yeah, I was on it one time.
Hmm.
Yeah, called in and it was all about Star Wars. That's why I was.
Mm.
Although if it was about like Seahawk, like whenever they did Seahawk ones too, I wish I would have called in. But I did do a Star Wars one, years ago. So, and actually Luke's dad heard me on the radio when I did it. So, but I thought we would introduce it onto the podcast because I feel like it's a type of like ranking also,
Mhm.
and we put out the questions on our Instagram, which you can follow us at Rankaholics, and we'll be doing this weekly. I'll be putting out 5 questions the day before the podcast, and you guys will be able to hear the results on the podcast. So, but how we'll do this is I'll ask you guys individually first, but I'll ask you all the questions. So I'll ask Pat all the questions first, and then I'll ask you,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll give mine, and then we'll have like the audience, which would be like the tiebreaker, sort of. So, and you might, I don't know if you guys already saw the questions. You guys
Nope.
might know. Oh, sweet. Okay, I know Jordan did, but
I
he's not
open
here. So,
Instagram once every few days. So.
oh yeah, okay.
I don't go on Instagram anymore.
What's Instagram?
So.
Anyway.
Graduated.
All right. So the first, Pat, we'll start with you. The first question is Labor Day weekend, and you can elaborate on your like,
Okay.
or you don't have to. It's up to you. Labor Day weekend is better than Memorial Day weekend.
Bye.
You would buy that?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
Any?
Because, I was gonna say because it's like the end of summer, people are going hard. They're like, this is it. Like it's known as the like the last part of summer.
Right.
But Memorial Day is beginning, so people are like antsy to get out.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll stick with it.
You'll say bye.
Yeah, I think it's better.
Okay. All right. Next, me or someone in my family had a toy lightsaber. No. So
not,
okay.
no.
No. Okay. Okay. Next question. I've already watched all of Stranger Things season 4.
Not at all.
Not at all. And you said previous to before we recorded. You've only seen one episode?
I saw it. Yeah, I don't even know if it was a full episode. I don't even think I was watching it just on my own.
Oh, on your own? Okay.
Richard told me to get after it and watch it. And I was
Really?
like, all right, I'll try it.
That's
I think.
so funny.
And then I was like, I'll watch something else I've already seen in my life.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'll watch The Office or Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
But I mean, I could get into it if I
Yeah.
wanted to.
It's definitely like a big, every couple years when like a show like that comes out, it's a big like cultural like event.
Yes.
I feel like for the first couple days that's out.
Yeah, it's true.
All right. Next, this is a sports one. So, and there's a caveat to this. So, the Warriors will win the NBA Finals, and then I put regardless of who they play, because it's still up to, I think today. Well, by the time this comes out, you will know who's in the finals. But right now, it's between the Heat or the Celtics. So, but the Warriors will win the NBA Finals, regardless.
I do not follow
sports
NBA
as well.
basketball at all. NBA basketball. But I would say, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Okay. I mean, even if like
Having
not following NBA Finals, I
Mhm.
feel like the Warriors it's like if they're like the Patriots with like Tom Brady, like
Yeah.
they're back in the finals.
Just a dominant
again. Still
franchise.
dominant.
Actually, I
over
like
and
the
over.
Warriors.
Yeah, no,
I'm not like a bandwagon fan or anything because I don't follow it enough, but I actually like the Warriors.
yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Final question. The smell of someone grilling is a top 5 smell.
Yeah,
You'd say so?
I think so.
Okay.
I'd have to really dive deep and think about other smells, but yes, I think top 5.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just kidding.
When you answer yours, we could talk more about it. Cause
Okay. Okay. So, do you want to write? I guess I should have. This is the
Oh.
first time, so I guess like write down what you said. Buy and sell to, so we can like keep tally.
oh,
So
we could
I'll go to
I can
Giuliano's.
remember when he
Yes.
says his.
So when Juliano does his tally up in it, and then you can just add your tally.
Are we like
Keeping
competing?
score.
No, we're just like saying what the overall like. What's the it's like a poll
Oh,
type
okay.
thing.
Okay.
Okay, Juliano. Labor Day weekend is better than Memorial Day weekend.
Bye.
Bye. Okay. Any particular reason? or-
I mean, Memorial Day weekend. It's not really a weekend that you go and like celebrate. You
Mhm.
know, just because of like what it means. I guess it's because it's for like the fallen soldiers or whatever.
Or whatever.
Or whatever. You know.
Yeah,
So it's not something you go out and like celebrate. Whereas Labor Day, I don't even know what Labor Day is.
Labor
for,
Day is just
but
like take a break
it's-
from working.
It
Like,
is.
That's
Yeah, so it's something. It's more of like a what's the word? I guess
meaningful.
happy,
Vacation-y.
like vacation-y,
yeah.
type
Like a
thing.
weekend thing.
I mean, people still
A lot
go
of
out
people
and
go
like
camping.
yeah.
Yeah,
people
Memorial
go out
Day
for
is
the
like-
weekend
People
camping.
go out on Memorial Day and stuff, but I guess for me and it's a more optimistic time in Labor Day.
That's true.
Okay.
Okay. Good point.
So what was your you said
So
sell?
buy.
Oh, you said
said
buy.
buy.
Okay.
We both said bye.
Okay. Me or someone in my family had a toy lightsaber.
Bye.
All right. I've already watched all of Stranger Things season 4.
I literally like have not even thought about it.
Okay.
Like unless like you mention it or somebody else mentions it. I'm sure at some point I'll watch it, but I have there's other things going on in life.
yeah. Okay.
For sure.
All right. The Warriors will win the NBA Finals regardless of who they play.
I don't know. I guess I would buy just because I think that'd be like a pretty good competition if the Heat
Mm-hmm.
played them, just because I know the Heat is like a really defensive team.
Right.
And
The
then they got
I will
Jimmy
say
Butler.
that the Celtics this year are one of the best defensive teams
Oh, are they?
this year, but yeah, you can.
Oh yeah, I don't follow basketball
Right,
enough,
no,
but I
you're
think
good.
I think I'll say yeah. I'll say go for it. They know
Okay.
they know how to win. So
Right. Okay. And then finally, the smell of someone grilling is a top 5 smell.
top 5 smell. Yeah, I'd buy that as well. Just because, like, you know, usually if you're smelling someone else grilling outside, I guess you could be like at a party or something. But usually, you're like walking on the
Mhm,
road and
somewhere.
you're like, oh, someone's grilling, and then I mean, so you're like, man, that smells really good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'd die for that.
What other smells are going through your head right now?
I guess the smell of like fresh pizza.
Okay.
It's a
Mhm.
nice smell.
Fresh cut grass. For me, fresh cut grass and the smell of rain.
I mean, fresh cut grass is good and all, but it's not
It's
like
not a top five.
Top five.
Okay.
I guess the smell of rain is pretty good. I'd say that.
Smell of rain.
That's
It's an
probably-
interesting smell. I think every time
I think
ooh, that
that's my number one.
is your number one.
I think so.
Okay,
Um,
that's something we can do. We could definitely do a podcast on
some
that.
could.
freshly baked cookies.
That's pretty good.
Those are pretty good.
Any specific kind of cookies?
Sister Paula's cookies.
Really?
Those are pretty.
Okay.
Those are really good. Just chocolate chip.
Yeah.
Just,
Those are the kind-
nothing else.
Yeah.
I mean, other cookies are
Yeah,
good
yeah.
too,
But nothing beats the classic chocolate chip cookie.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Let's see. I don't know. I'd have
Mhm.
to
I think
I have
about
to
it.
really
Okay.
think, yeah.
maybe. Now this is gonna get controversial
Right.
because I've said
You said
that-
4 already.
well I don't have I haven't even counted. This is just on the top of my mind.
Right.
Some potato soup.
Potatoes. Wow.
Some potato and cabbage and sausage soup.
I can get behind that. Smell. I think I know.
It's a
I
nice
think I know what it
smell.
smells.
It's a
It
nice
smells like.
smell.
It's
It's a nice taste.
It's a
Actually,
very.
too.
It's a very specific smell.
I think
Yeah.
that's my favorite soup. So,
Potato soup.
It's
and
the
I've
only-
said it's controversial because I've said I don't like soup before, which I
Oh.
don't. But
You come home and you see mom's making soup.
get that out of here.
Get that out of
Especially
here.
has
that out.
kale
You
in
see-
it.
You see the
Ah.
you see the crock pot pulled out. No.
How do you guys feel about chili?
Oh, I love
Chili's
chili.
really good.
I love
Chili's
chili.
amazing.
Really?
That's the only Well, that's not the only Is that a soup? No.
I think it's more of a stew.
It's a stew, yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's still one of my favorites. I love chili.
yeah.
It's also a Halloween staple.
Mhm.
I feel like if celebrating Halloween and there's no chili, gotta
You're not
start over. Yeah,
celebrating.
you're not celebrating Halloween.
Nothing like having the runs while you're trick or treating.
Exactly.
Can I use your
You gotta-
house?
you
your
gotta get to-
bathroom?
You gotta get that candy faster. Okay. Did you have anything else you want to say on the smells?
Nothing.
Okay. All right. So I'll go with my input. So Labor Day weekend is better than Memorial Day weekend. I'm gonna sell that only because I feel like, in a way, it's kind of like, well, once this weekend's over, then summer's over. So it's kind of like depressing in that way. Whereas Memorial Day weekend, even though the weather's kind of gloomy.
Yeah.
In the past, it's been pretty good
Yeah.
weather, but it's you have the hopefulness of summer.
Mm-hmm.
And stuff to look forward to, and you kind of start planning stuff,
Yeah.
and so that's where I'll say Memorial Day is weekend. I just look more forward to
Yeah.
that than
Yeah.
I know Labor Day, at least up here, there's the annual camping
Yep.
out to
A lot of people go camping. Everywhere.
right? I mean everywhere, exactly. So
It's one of the biggest camping week. Probably
yeah,
probably is the biggest.
You could probably rob a couple houses during that time. Everybody's camping.
You could if that's what you're into.
yeah. He's
I
like,
never
oh,
said
Labor
I'm
Day.
into it.
If you're
I never
into
said
You
that.
you
are
were.
into it.
Okay,
Still don't
me
do
or someone in my family had a toy lightsaber. Bye. I had one. Juliano had one also. So I've already watched all of Stranger Things season 4. I'm gonna sell that only because
I haven't.
I haven't. Well, this would be a buy if
You watched them. If you had.
if I wasn't watching it with Brianna.
Oh.
So I waited to watch them with
Okay,
Brianna,
yeah.
and if I didn't do that, then I definitely would have
Hmm.
watched it all by now. But also, this is kind of a caveat because not the whole season hasn't technically dropped yet.
Right.
There's they're doing that weird volume thing. So,
Mm.
but I mean, all episodes or the first 7 episodes of season 4 have dropped. So, but I have yet to watch all that. So, the Warriors will win the NBA Finals. The reason I asked this, and I'm gonna say bye. I feel like the writing is on the wall. I feel like it's one of those. Obviously, the Warriors are gonna win because the NBA wants them to. They had the injuries and they weren't very good last year. In fact, they missed the playoffs, and now I feel like they're just gonna. It's kind of like the good story.
Yeah. I don't know if
Even
you
though
guys know
it's
who Klay Thompson is.
Yes.
Mhm.
I'm sure a lot of people do. But I saw a stat the other day that he has gone to 6 straight NBA
Mhm.
finals.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
Just because the Warriors haven't gone to 6
Yeah.
straight,
But
when he's been playing,
yes,
because he's been injured a lot. So.
right, and he had suffered 2 horrible injuries. So
Yeah.
I just feel like the Warriors winning it is kind of poetic.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
just
yeah.
I feel like it's just the obvious, so it doesn't. I don't know. Hopefully, I mean, I don't have anything against the Warriors. I like seeing other teams win, and not usually one of the better teams or teams that have won it win it
Mhm.
won it a lot. I think it's
Yeah.
the correct tense. But yeah, so I will say bye. And then finally, the smell of someone grilling is a top 5 smell. I'll have to buy that because every time, like Juliano said, you're like walking somewhere, like other than like a barbecue or something. Like if you're like outside and you're taking a walk or something like that, and you hear someone, or not hear, if you
hear
smell,
the sizzle.
you hear sizzle, or you smell like that smell, you're like, ooh, someone's grilling. That smells good. Like I want some food now. And it's less like it makes you hungry, but then, you know. So I would consider that top 5 smell. So I'll have to buy that. So we'll go over the audience results now. So right now, Labor Day weekend is better than Memorial Day weekend. Most people bought that. 67% bought that Labor Day weekend is better.
Write that down.
67.
Me or someone in my family had a toy lightsaber. 88% said buy. So majority said buy. Next, I have already watched all of Stranger Things. Majority of people said no. We did have a couple people say yes, though. So, surprising, kind of a little bit. The Warriors will win the NBA Finals. Majority said no. But that one was actually really close. So, and then finally, the smell of someone grilling is a top 5 smell. Majority said buy. So, to wrap that all up, let's see.
Just the NBA Finals.
So, yes. So Labor Day, we bought that Labor Day weekend is better than Memorial Day weekend, 3-1. Lightsaber, we bought that. We majority of us, or me or someone in my family, had a toy lightsaber, 2-1. 3-1, yeah. And then I've already watched all of Stranger Things season 4. Majority, or we all sold. We all sold. The Warriors will win the NBA Finals.
3-1 buy.
3-1 buy. And then the smell of someone grilling is a top 5 smell. I believe we majority bought.
3-1.
3-1. So that is that's our new segment, buy or sell. Come back next week to listen to it. I think that can be a pretty fun and segment to do. Lots of debate and stuff like that. So I'm definitely excited to continue that. So, but today we thought that how better celebrate our 50th episode than to do movie franchises, even though none of us have seen all the movie franchises. No. I mean, I think that's something that a lot of people say they haven't seen every movie franchise.
Nobody's seen every movie franchise.
No one's seen every movie, but a majority, even if you haven't seen majority of these, you know, I mean, that's what makes it so successful, is that you at least know the names of these franchises. So what we're going to do is we are going to try to give our top 10 like consensus movie franchises, and then we will also, Jordan sent in his own personal list, and I should have made mine, but I didn't. But I could definitely tell you which ones would go in my top 10, so or even at least top 5 at least. So, and then Juliana will also give us fun facts along the way.
Sure.
That's what he said. You said that. You said that. Okay. So how we should do this is, I guess, like list a bunch of franchises that we think would be in a top 10. Is that how you guys would want to do this?
Sure.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is what we're gonna use. This is what we're gonna use the whiteboard for. So start writing down. I would say, the MCU. I feel like that goes into, that would be in a top 10.
Oh yeah, that's got to be number 1 actually.
Only because it's to be that successful for all the movies and the continuity with very minor errors as far as continuity goes.
I think the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they by far number 1 because they've produced 39 movies. They have
now that I guess that does. You said it says last year 2024. Oh, it's 2027 for Star Wars.
Or so in the works they have 39 movies either they have done or will do. They like worldwide box office have, I want to say this is gross, not like but like they have grossed $26,529,667,611.
26 billion?
26 billion.
26.5
billion.
And for the majority of those movies to be like good movies.
Oh yeah. There's like, it's hard to find a bad movie.
Yeah.
There.
Exactly. And for the and it's just there's a stigma on superhero movies, but like they're good. So I mean,
and I mean they put out so many so
Yes.
often.
And it's not like this has been growing from like the 1980s. They started this in 2008.
Yeah.
So and it's
That's
also
insane.
a cultural. It's a whole cultural like event. Like Avengers: Infinity War and Endgame were a whole event that people went and watched, even if they hadn't seen it. And then COVID gave the opportunity for everyone to catch up on those movies because everyone was stuck at home. So
True.
it brought more fans, and they're just pumping them out. And they know I trust them as far as like their decisions because they're so successful and they've been doing it for a while. So it's like, you know, I kind of just trust like whatever decisions like casting or whatever for the majority of it. They've done really good.
Yeah, they've casted pretty well.
I mean, everyone knows Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man and Chris Evans as Captain America. So I mean,
yeah, it's like a sad thing now that like
they're gone.
Iron Man's gone, Captain America's gone, or Chris Evans.
Yeah,
I guess
so. I think so. Also, so MCU goes on there. We won't rank these yet. We'll name these and then we can rank them. But Star Wars, I feel like has to be on there as well.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Even though the majority, I mean, and we discussed this last week, the majority of those movies, like the fans disagree on which ones are good and which ones aren't. Which I mean, the same with Marvel. Like I guess with every series, people will say that.
But as a franchise,
as a franchise, like
it's
Star Wars
one of the
fans,
biggest.
yeah, it's definitely one of the biggest.
Really well worldwide, 10 billion.
Mm-hmm.
So
Definitely.
they are. I think they're the second, like best franchise or best as in like numbers wise,
right?
Like statistics, they're the second. Marvel's the first. But what I was gonna say is, have you heard the theory or whatever of how every Star Wars movie is incorrectly titled, and they should be like titled what other movies are titled, because like I don't remember enough of the movie to like give you the examples or give you the whole thing, but basically like there's a movie called like The New Hope or something,
right?
And there's a different movie that's like defines more the New Hope, I guess.
Okay.
But
that's funny.
But yeah, my old coworker Joey Beamer, he was like telling me or whatever about it because he's a huge Star Wars fan.
Okay, I found an article about it, so I'll have to read that after.
Yeah, it's pretty funny actually. He like described it perfectly for me.
Yeah.
But
if anyone's interested, it says Star Wars movies have the wrong titles, and here's the video to prove it. That's the article. Apparently, there's also, I guess, multiple articles on it, and
it all sounded pretty like legit or whatever.
Like okay, yeah, that's interesting. I'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
Okay, I think next that needs to be on there is Harry Potter. And Harry Potter has been super successful. It's got a great universe, an interesting universe. It's got like the whole like houses and lore brought to it. It does have like, I guess, well, back when we were growing up and they first were coming out, like the whole stigma of like it's witchcraft. But it's one of those things where if you just celebrate what's reality and you're like, oh, this is a movie, like, yeah, sure, maybe they are using real spells, but like I'm not gonna go cast them. As long as you're not showing it to like little kids, I feel like then you should be.
There's some controversy around it,
but it is a successful franchise.
It is a successful franchise.
It's got a great soundtrack and all that. So and one of the most notable characters in movie history, Harry Potter itself.
Oh yeah,
which is the movie
one of those characters that everybody knows,
right? Regardless if you watch them or not.
It's true. Yeah.
Okay, I'm looking at this one, and I'll be interested to see what you guys have to say about it. I haven't seen all of them. I've seen like 2, Jurassic Park, and you can also consider Jurassic World too, and part of this as well.
Yeah.
I like them. I like the movies.
Would you consider this top 10 franchise?
It
could be maybe it's got to be like outside the.
I don't know about a top 10 franchise, but I will say it's up there. It's maybe 11.
Top 15.
Okay.
Yeah, 12, 13, 14
around
maybe.
There. Okay.
15
maybe. It's a good franchise, and I enjoy a lot of the movies. I just don't think
I mean, looking at all the other ones, it's like,
Yeah.
It's hard to put it.
Yeah.
It'd be hard
Yeah.
to say, but we could still write it down and see if it would sneak its way into around like 10
Yeah.
or 9. Okay, and then next now they put Batman on here. There are a ton of Batman movies, so we could just put down Batman itself.
Yeah.
There's 26 Batman
There's
movies.
20, it says 26. I'm curious to see if that includes animated. I know that definitely there are a lot of Batman movies in general already. So
Oh, that includes like Batgirl. Oh, which they'll make in 2022. The Batman, Joker's in there. Batman, Harley Quinn, Lego Batman.
okay.
Batman,
you just had
The
you had me
Killing
at Lego
Joke,
Batman.
Batman
Yeah.
vs Superman.
Okay.
Basically anything related to do with Batman. They count the Justice League
Okay.
in there. Catwoman.
Hmm.
They don't have the Scooby-Doo and Batman crossover?
What the heck? Okay, so Batman. I mean, I don't know if we would consider that then. Like,
I don't know.
maybe,
Mm.
but we could just throw that to the side.
I
for
mean,
now.
but Batman it's pretty big.
pretty big character. Like I would say DC.
I mean, we
That
can
fits
still like count because this is from the I think this is the official website, the numbers.
Thenumbers.com.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's official.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think one of the next franchises we should definitely discuss, and it's definitely going to be in the top 10, is Lord of the Rings
Yeah. Slash
yeah.
The Hobbit.
/ The Hobbit. Yes.
I'll just put Middle Earth.
Yeah. There you go.
The middle
It's funny because I'm not the biggest Lord of the Rings fan, but especially around here, people I think go pretty crazy for Lord of the Rings.
yeah, there's a lot of people who really
They just
like
love Lord of the Rings and watch them a million times. I can definitely say I have not seen them enough. I can't remember the last time I even watched Lord of the Rings. I've definitely and I've watched. You want to know how long it's been? I've seen The Hobbit more recently than Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. I've seen. Yeah, I've probably seen The Hobbit more recently. I'd watch them again. It's just because they're so freaking long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The movies are. When movies are like 3 hours long, it just makes it difficult to watch.
It
Then you
makes
gotta
it
start at
difficult.
like 7 or 8.
Then you gotta get.
It's like I've only been home for a little bit, you know.
Yeah, there's the movie on Netflix, the Kingsman, I think, and it's like 3.5 hours long.
Oh,
and I'm like,
goodness, yeah.
every time I cross, I'm like, I would watch this, but I gotta put
It's
like
just-
4 hours aside to.
There's I think it's
dedication.
called The Irishman.
Oh yeah, that
That
one.
one, I watched it. I think I'm thinking of the right movie. Anyway, I had to span it over like 3 or 4 days. It was
'Cause it was
long. Yeah,
long
another
movie.
3.5 or 3 hour movie. I was like, this is stupid.
But it's funny
It
because
was a good
Avengers.
movie. Great movie.
But it's funny because Avengers Endgame is like 3 hours, but that's something I could like sit down and watch because it doesn't
Yeah.
feel like 3 hours to me.
Yeah, that's true. That movie too, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I remember sitting in that movie like in the theater, being like, "Butt kind of hurts."
Yeah.
But-
That's
The-
when you got to get the recliner seats.
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
that's true.
there aren't many movies I've seen where I've like checked the time of
Yeah,
doing a
yeah.
movie, but one I can say recently, the new Batman movie that came out was the first time because it's like 2.5 hours long, but it feels like, or no, it's 3 hours long, but it feels like 3 hours. So like during it, I would go and check and be like, oh wow, we still got like an hour and a half left, an hour
Mhm.
left.
Yeah.
So definitely feels long. I think it was a great movie. I liked it a lot, but definitely one of those.
I want to see it, but maybe when it comes out.
I think it is out on streaming now at least.
Is it?
So
Yeah, maybe
Uh,
I'll wait a little
yeah.
longer.
maybe wait until you're super desperate. Okay. Next, let's see. Fast and the Furious. I'll be honest,
Yeah.
haven't seen
Any of them?
any of them.
Yeah.
I know it's a very popular
It is.
series. They just don't like. I know some of them are good, but I don't think every single one of them is good.
Yeah. From what I've heard, it's like they're just the same.
Yeah, and I don't know. I think it's one of those like they're good when they first started off, and they like I know 7 was a really big one because Paul Walker died, and they still had his character in the movie, and then like they had that send off at the end. But after that, I don't have any interest. I guess there's
Yeah.
also that spin-off, The Hobbs and Shaw. I believe that was part of it.
Yeah, I haven't seen any of those
but
movies either.
Sorry for anyone that's a big Fast and Furious fan. Fast
It
and
is-
the Furious fan, because
It's not in the top 27 on this website that has the 27 greatest movie franchises.
it's
of
not
all
in top
time.
27. So
Yeah.
there you go. As far as numbers, though, it definitely is in the top 50.
15.
Okay, Indiana Jones. Do you think Indiana Jones? Have you guys seen?
I haven't seen a single Indiana Jones movie,
Same.
but I heard they're pretty good.
And I
I
know the
think-
music, and I know the
Harrison Ford.
popularity. Harrison Ford. which is funny because he's Han Solo. He's in two of the biggest franchises, Star Wars and Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
So it's kind of funny. I feel like it's worthy of noting down that for potential on the list. But
Yeah, I feel like Indiana Jones is better than Jurassic Park.
yeah,
Yeah.
because it's that same time period of when they came out. So, okay. Next, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty good.
I've put down at least once on the Rankaholics Instagram page as if Pirates of the Caribbean is a top 5. I think I've said 15 franchise.
What do people say?
I think majority said yes, but there's definitely a good amount of people that said no. So it would definitely be interesting because there's 5 movies, 3 of them. Well, everyone always says number 1's the best, which it is. I've seen at least 2, and 4 and 5 you don't have to watch. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah,
That's what people say.
that's what people say. And or if they do watch it, they only watch it for Johnny Depp, which would be the reason why you'd watch it.
Yeah.
And they say and 3 was like I've heard people say watch the first 3, and a lot of people like 3, and 2 was pretty good too as well. It leaves us on a nice cliffhanger without spoiling it or anything like that. But Pirates of the Caribbean, I feel like, is so popular that it would definitely, I feel like it's worthy of a top 15. It'd be interesting to see where you would rank all the other franchises, but definitely worth noting for sure. So
Yeah, I mean, I only hear people talk about like 1, 2, and 3.
right.
So
I feel like the next one that we should bring up, and I can tell you right now I haven't seen any of them, but there's 27 movies. James Bond. That
Yes.
I mean, for there to be 27 movies and to start in 1977 and still continue on, it definitely is worth noting.
I haven't seen a single.
I can tell you right now I haven't seen a single one, but they definitely are. There's got to be something there, you know. And definitely probably some good, probably some not so good. Definitely probably some just like making movies just to make movies.
Jeez.
But definitely I feel like something, definitely in the top 20 or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
I just can't say.
they've got to have.
personally.
I've heard a lot of good things about their movies and
Super
stuff like
action.
that,
It's
so-
Tom Cruise, I'm pretty sure, right? That does James Bond.
I thought he was like Mission Impossible.
Oh, that you are right.
Yeah.
Who is it?
People are punching the air.
I know
Right now.
people are punching the air right now.
You've never seen.
Well, it's because I just saw
Bond?
I just saw Top Gun Maverick and they had a Mission Impossible. Oh, it was Daniel Craig. That's right. Oh, here are all the James Bonds, right here. Daniel Craig, Pierce Brosnan, Sean Connery, Roger Moore, Timothy Dalton, George Lazenby, Barry Nelson, David Niven. So those are all the actors. The only one I know that is
Daniel Craig.
is Daniel Craig. Actually, I've heard Pierce Brosnan and Sean Connery. I've heard those 3. But Daniel Craig is the one that's been playing it for a good amount of years now. And no, what I was gonna say is, I wonder if he does his own stunts too. I know Tom Cruise does his own stunts on
That's
all of his
crazy that
movies.
they've gone through that many actors for James Bond.
That is crazy, actually.
Over 60 years.
Over 60. That's not. Hey, that
I guess.
again.
Yeah, that's true.
So
That is true.
60 years. That definitely is worth noting. So okay, let's see what else we got here that we haven't said. X-Men,
Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible.
Is Mission Impossible top 10?
I haven't seen any of the movies.
I don't think it
Neither.
is.
Maybe
personally-
top 15.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Honestly, I don't think it is.
Yeah, it could.
It's
be up
number
in the
4
top
on this
20.
list.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mission Impossible. Interesting. Well, Tom Cruise is like
Yeah.
a great actor, so
On trending people, he's at the top of the list for the numbers
Wow.
okay.
website.
What about can I throw one in there?
Huh?
Men in Black.
Mib.
Yes.
Mid.
Mib.
Did you know they were supposed to do? There was rumors a while ago they were supposed to do a Men in Black. This was a long time ago. A Men in Black and 21 Jump Street crossover.
Oh, really?
Like they were supposed to be a movie, and that would have been
That would be
been a hilarious movie to watch. But
I have seen the Mib movies. Some
All of them?
Not all of them, I
Oh.
think, but
I've definitely seen the first
a couple.
one.
I've seen a couple of them.
They're all right. The
Okay.
first one was good. I
Yeah.
mean, it's popular enough, so don't.
I don't know if it's like up there in the top 15,
Mm-hmm.
but it's pretty good.
What about Toy Story?
I'd throw that in the top 15.
You would throw Toy Story in there. Yeah, this is one we can say that we've all seen.
Oh yeah.
They're pretty good. Grossed over 1 billion.
Now, Pat,
1.3
I'm
billion.
gonna throw another one out there for Pat because he's seen
Thank
all
you.
of them. I know he's seen all of these and he's very passionate about this.
Very.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes.
Do you know how?
Do you know? Yeah. First of all, do you
Yeah.
know How to Train Your Dragon?
I've seen them. I think I know.
I've seen that
I've
them.
I don't think it's a
Top 10.
as well loved universally as I love it, but
I don't. Never seen them.
Yeah.
Okay, I've seen them, so Pat and I could talk
Yeah.
about this.
I mean it's my favorite, but I mean I don't think it's universally,
Universally
top
loved,
20, 25,
right?
30, you know.
No,
I'd say it's something
you could
to 25.
you could definitely
25,
no.
yeah.
I think you could
25, not-
definitely.
24.
I think you.
Or up.
I think you can make the case for it to be a top 20. I think you can make a case.
Maybe.
Definitely not top 10, but you could definitely throw the case for it. It's got a great soundtrack, great characters.
I mean if you're just going, I mean Toy Story's above it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can agree. Cars is not.
Cars is not above it. What about Incredibles? There's two.
Incredibles I would say is probably above
The first
it.
movie alone.
I guess, yeah, the first
If
movie
you're
alone is
asking-
pretty good, but the second movie was okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just like
I'm
Cars.
trying to think
Kind
what's
of a disappointment, actually.
I'm trying to think of what's another animated what's another animated like series?
Ice Age.
Oh yeah, Ice Age. Shrek.
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 Pretty popular.
Shrek's got to be up there in the
Is
top 15.
Oh yeah, is Shrek a top 15? People alone will say 1 and 2 or Carrie, because I honestly that's the only two I've seen. I haven't seen 3. I think there's 5.
9.
There's 9.
There's 9 Shrek
There's-
movies. I'll look at them to see if they're legit Shrek movies.
Oh, there's Puss in
Oh,
Boots.
because they count Puss in Boots.
And Shrek the Halls, so they count the Christmas one. There's
Yeah.
2 Puss in Boots movies.
Yeah, there's Shrek and Shrek 2, which was 2001, 2004. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, came out this year, or will come out this year.
Hey, can you pull away from your mic? Or just push it forward?
That'll come out December 21st, 2022.
Okay.
So
I think Despicable Me is
Better than
pretty popular.
Would you say it's better than How to Train Your Dragon?
Not personally, but
But also even
I'd be
universally.
interested. Universally,
I don't think it is.
yeah. I don't know. That's tough to say. I don't know, man.
Okay.
Because I feel like maybe it is. I feel like a lot of people like it.
Despicable Me.
Yes.
I think I know why you're saying it, because the Minions are so popular.
Yeah.
And,
Well.
and
yeah.
and 1 and 2, just like the characters are nice and lovable. But I feel like it's definitely gonna be around How to Train Your Dragon in the same area. Same with Cars. Oh, although no, I
mean,
don't
they
know.
have
Cars 1 is just so good, but then you got like Cars 2, which is like,
just such
what
a
is this?
downer.
and then like Cars 3 is all right too.
Yeah.
But it took so long for it to come out.
I mean,
So-
are we forgetting The Lion King?
how
What,
can we
like
not?
one?
I'm just
Isn't
kidding.
there
All
only
of
one?
them? No.
Dude, there's like 4.
Yeah.
I've only seen the first one.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And what do you
let's-
what? Hold on. What is it? Because there's like a half
There's
one,
one.
right?
Yeah. There's the half.
Is it good?
From what I remember,
Let me
Watching
look at them.
a long time ago.
There's The Lion King, Lion King 1.5, Lion King Volume 2, Simba's
Pride.
Pride.
And there's
And
that
then The
new.
Lion
There's the new Lion King.
The
That's what it
remake.
counts.
Oh, I guess, so sorry. Take that from backwards forward. So there's The Lion King, and then Lion King 2, or Volume 2, Simba's Pride, and then Lion King 1.5. And then,
There's that new live action Lion King.
yeah.
So, here's another one that we didn't really talk about. Rocky.
Yeah.
Rocky's pretty good. I don't think I've seen all the movies.
But also Creed. You also count Creed into that as well. And
Mm.
Creed's pretty good.
yeah, Creed is really good, actually.
So I feel like you could make a case for Creed to be in the top 10 almost. But then again, I could see people saying no. So
I mean, I'd throw it in at least the top 15.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
What about Transformers? I'm not a big fan of Transformers.
I'm not either. I know a
type
lot of people
movies.
who aren't, but then I mean, it did do pretty well.
And they was pretty big when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely one of those.
There's 7 Peter Pan movies.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah. Let's see. let's see, Peter Pan, and then Hook. Peter Pan came out in 1953. So
I've seen Hook.
Peter Pan, Hook, Peter Pan, Return to Neverland, and then they probably remade Peter Pan 2003, and then Finding Neverland, then Tinkerbell and the Lost Treasure, I'm assuming, and then
Peter Pan
Peter Pan and Wendy.
It's supposed to come out this year, but I'm kind of curious what that's about.
One movie franchise we did not mention yet is The Hunger Games.
Yeah. I heard the first movie was pretty good. I will say that. The first movie was pretty good.
I've seen
I haven't seen any of them.
I've seen the first 40 minutes of the first one, and that's even before the Hunger Games even start. The actual Hunger Games. So...
Well, I don't know if
I would pass. Honestly, I'd pass.
Yeah.
I don't even think that it's a necessary top. It might be top 20 to some
They've
people.
got it top 7 on this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
What about Maze Runner?
Maze
That
Runner.
was a good franchise.
Yeah.
I liked now. I mean, the first one. I like all of them personally, and even though they don't follow the books, they actually dive off far away from the books. I know there's like some controversy, but I liked it. Like I don't think people would put it in the top 20 or even top 30 maybe top 30.
Maybe top 30.
It might be top 30, but because this is our list that we're putting together, I would put it in a top 20, maybe top 15, but we could throw that on the list. All right, what's another? I know I haven't seen any of these. Have you guys seen Star Trek?
Nope.
No, but
I
I've
know
heard
it's
it's
fair.
pretty good for the oldies out there.
Yeah.
Very oldies. Okay, let's see what else. What else
There's
we
like
got?
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Pat, have you seen the Back to the Future movies?
Nope.
I haven't either.
I've seen.
Sam says I've
first
talked to
one.
Sam about it, and he said they're overrated.
I'd say that too.
Okay.
There's The Matrix.
Matrix again, another series I haven't seen.
For Spider-Man movies.
That's true. There are the
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
Eight
they
of 'em.
divide up the Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. They like divide them up into.
Same with the Tobey
Yeah,
Maguire
that's true.
or Mason Garfield or Andrew Garfield. What about Ghostbusters? It's pretty popular.
I think so.
I liked them.
I've actually heard that new one that came out recently. Not the one with the all woman lineup, but there was the one that came out a year ago now. That was actually pretty good. It was a nice send off for the cast, but it also has one of the kids from Stranger Things.
Oh, cool.
But I've also I've seen both the first two like original ones, and they were both really good. Also, the music is iconic.
Yeah. No, it was a pretty good franchise, I'd say. I liked it growing up.
So I feel like that's a maybe worthy of. Oh, what about King Kong? That's the
I'll care for it.
yeah.
I think there's a pretty decent amount of King Kong movies. There's six of them.
There's also a lot of people say Planet of the Apes,
Yeah.
and there's 9. Oh gosh, there's 9 movies, and starting in 1968 to 2017.
Yeah.
We also have The Bourne.
The Bourne franchise. Oh my gosh, it's Jason Bourne.
Have you guys seen any of the Mad Max?
I have
movies?
not.
That was number 1.
Really?
Yeah.
I've heard that it's pretty good, or people think it's pretty good, but I have not seen anything on the numbers. I haven't even seen it yet. Numbers.com. I haven't even.
Interesting.
Yeah, and I've looked all over. No, I'm just kidding. I
What
just
about-
looked at, like the first page?
Okay, so now I have a couple more animated movies to throw at you guys.
Okay.
Ice Age.
Yes.
Yeah. What about them?
What do you guys think?
I
I've
I
only
like
seen
them.
I've
They're
only seen
pretty-
the first 3.
They're
and I
pretty
only
good.
remember the first 2. So,
I enjoyed them. I
Mhm.
liked I think what was the one where they like go into the new age or whatever the new
Right,
with
yeah.
the dinosaurs and
Mhm.
stuff. I really liked that movie actually.
okay.
So
And
that
the
one
first
was
2 are
good.
pretty good too. So I mean,
Yeah, so I liked the series actually.
I've not seen those movies in
Really?
so long.
it is true. I have not seen them in a long time, but
Years.
they're pretty good. What about? And I saw this on Juliano's screen. What about Kung Fu Panda? Kung Fu Panda is pretty good. I've only seen the first 2.
Yes.
I wouldn't say it's like
Top
way up there, but I liked them. I like the
top
movies.
50,
top.
40.
Okay. There was another
I
one.
have
Oh,
not
Karate Kid.
Pretty good. I mean, the first movie depends on which first movie you're talking about.
The first movie that came out
movie.
with Daniel LaRusso
Oh,
in 1984.
I think I watched that.
Yeah.
Right.
Wait, which one were you thinking of? The Karate Kid.
I've watched both of them.
Yeah,
Both
you didn't.
new and old.
Right? Did you like either of them?
I liked them. Yeah, I liked them.
Mm-hmm.
They're good.
I
It
actually
was a
liked
good
both of
movie.
them. Even though Jaden Smith is kind of weird now.
Oh, Jalen. Yeah, but yeah, he did a good job in that Karate Kid
He was
movie.
pretty good in the Karate Kid movie, but
I like the first
I
one
did,
better though.
Yeah, I did like those. And also, there's the show that takes place in that universe too. That's on Netflix. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I feel like Karate Kid is definitely a franchise worth noting, but I don't think it makes our list.
Mm-hmm.
So
What
Well-
about the Madagascar movies?
Those are all right.
now, what's the third? Is there's three, or is yes,
there
there's
are
three. So I've seen the first two, and I know the third one takes place like where they go around Europe, and I skipped it.
You could show me any of the movies, and I would not be able to tell you if it was 1, 2, or 3.
Really?
They all blend together. I think I've seen them all. It's been a while since I've seen them.
So not memorable
obviously.
to you.
But yeah, I mean, they all blend together to me.
Mhm.
One's on, and I'm like, oh, it's one of them.
Yeah.
I didn't even know
I
how
li-
many
I
there
like
were
'em.
until I just saw on here. So
I like the movies. They're pretty
they're
good.
good.
Yeah.
Would the Chronicles of Narnia make your
Oh.
list?
I don't know.
They
pretty good.
They're honestly they're
They're-
forgettable.
They are
Yes.
pretty forgettable. They were good at the time. But
Yes, they were.
although what was I gonna? Oh yeah. And Madagascar, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
There's a funny line in there where I think it's what's his name? The zebra. What's his name?
Marty.
Marty. Yeah, I think
Chris
Marty
Rock.
goes. He yells, "Sugar, honey, iced tea."
Oh yeah.
It's an acronym for a bad word. But
Okay. Pat, what
Mm.
do we have on our list written down? Because I think we could probably start ranking these. We have Star Wars, Harry Potter, Batman, Lord of the Rings / Hobbit, Indiana Jones, Pirates of the Caribbean, James Bond, Toy Story, Men in Black, Maze Runner, How to Train Your Dragon, Jurassic Park, Rocky, and the MCU.
MCU, I think, is
it's got to
The
be number one.
MCU is
so.
It's gotta be
number one
number one.
for sure.
Did you write down Shrek?
I did not.
Oh yes, right down track. Yes. Let me
Why didn't
actually.
you write
Okay,
down
I'm gonna
everything?
I'm gonna read you off Jordan's. I'm gonna read you off Jordan's list, and then we can start ranking ours.
Uh-huh.
So, because I think there won't be very much difference from how we probably would rank these.
Yeah.
So number 10, he has X-Men, and this is his personal. So
Cool.
X-Men. Or I'll read his honorable mentions first. He's got Mission Impossible, Jumanji, Planet of the Apes, and James Bond. So,
Okay.
Respectable. I think.
The first one was Jurassic Park, you said?
No.
What was the first
uh,
one?
No. I said Mission Impossible.
Oh, Mission Impossible. Okay.
Jumanji, which we didn't even talk about. Jumanji.
Yeah, we didn't.
I think that would be an honorable mention for us personally. I think that now, how many of the original are there? There's only the one original, and then there's 2 of the new ones. Correct?
Don't ask me.
Oh, okay. Have you seen the new ones?
Nope.
Oh,
Jumanji?
the new
I-
Jumanji.
Actually I saw all of them. Pretty.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah, they're not bad. They're not bad. I'll say that.
Okay. Well, okay. So I'll read you his list. At 10, he has the X-Men movies. 9, he has How to Train Your Dragon. He's probably like the ones for Pat.
Yeah.
8, he has Indiana Jones. At 7, he has the Spider-Man franchise. Now, he didn't specify if that was Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire, or maybe he just combined those two, which I'm going to assume that he did because I'll redo the rest of his list, but that's what I'm going to assume he did. 6, he has the Batman franchise. At 5, he has Toy Story. 4, Star Wars. Wait, he wrote Star Wars twice. I'm gonna text him back right now. You wrote. Oh wait. Yeah.
At 4 and 3?
Yeah, at 4 and 2, he wrote Star Wars.
Which one is it?
He wrote Star Wars twice. Okay, so then his list is
Faulty.
faulty. Okay, so then 3 he has Lord of the Rings, and 1 he has MCU. So. Oh my gosh. Oh, Mom's here. We're recording the podcast, Mom.
Just let herself in.
We just to let you know, Mom, we ranked workouts. We ranked workouts for you, so yeah. Okay. Anyway, so that's anyway, that's Jordan's ranking. He wrote Star Wars twice, so hopefully he responds. So, okay.
Oh, thanks,
Nice.
Mrs. Donaro.
What'd she bring?
Bagels.
Oh, nice.
Just for us.
With laughing cow cheese.
Okay, so let's try to rank. This. I think number 1, MCU, and that's not
Yes.
even like being biased. I feel like there's
I
enough
think that's
pretty biased,
no.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think that's undebatable.
undebatable.
Yeah.
It's just like you could look at all this. Their successful like numbers. The
Mhm.
movies are all pretty good.
Yeah, just in the United States, let's see. So, domestic box office numbers, which means United States, Canada, and Puerto Rico, I think, they grossed $10 billion. I think this means inflation adjustment is almost 11 billion, but worldwide is 26.5. Which the number 2 that this numbers thing has on here is Star Wars, which I think only grossed worldwide 10 billion. So
It's
beating Star Wars by a solid 16
million. in general.
billion.
I mean, it does have a considerable amount of more movies,
Mm-hmm.
so there's like also that.
Well,
But I think
yeah.
even in general, you could definitely say that they.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So okay, so MCU would be our 1. Now we can start debating where we think or where we would rank these movies. Number 2 would I would personally probably say Harry Potter, to be honest,
For number dose,
for number 2. Only, and I guess you can't really speak to this because you haven't really seen.
I've seen a couple of them.
You've seen a couple, okay, and Pat, we've seen them all together.
Harry Potter, I've seen them all except the first one.
Except the first, except the first one still for some reason. So what would you say to that? So Star
know,
Wars or to Harry Potter being number 2?
I'd say, I guess if for my own list, I think I would put Star Wars number 2, but I guess for like the list, the
Right.
community list,
I don't
Probably.
disagree.
probably Harry
Mhm.
Potter.
Yeah.
I think it's one of the only franchises with that small amount of movies where all the movies were really good. Like you can't say
Yeah.
the same thing about Star Wars. So
Yeah, Harry Potter has grossed worldwide 9 billion.
and it's got like a nice lore to it. The characters are great. The books, like give you that
And
insight.
just the like community or
Yeah.
the
fans.
the environment, like like the houses, and then
Right.
there's like the whatever at Disneyland
Oh yeah,
or
the whole
World,
Hogwarts
whichever one
or
it is.
Hogwarts world
park, whatever you will call it. I don't know. There's all that.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, there's so much.
And they still like release like new like merchandise for that stuff, and they have a game coming out where it takes place 100 years before like the events of Harry Potter, so you'll like be in
Yeah.
the school and stuff like that, and so definitely a very interesting world, one of the more interesting like cinematic like universe worlds. So
Mm-hmm.
if that's the correct usage. Okay, so next here I would put Star Wars.
Yeah, I would too.
Regardless of what you think of Star Wars and whether you think it's boring or not, I think it's hard to
Not put it in the top.
not put it in the top.
Three.
Yeah, only like I'm saying universal. Yeah, sure you can your personal. Most people aren't not
Yeah.
most people, but personal lists you can put it wherever or not have it on your list. But I think if we're making a general consensus list,
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars would have to be number 3. I think, and possibly you can make the argument for it being 2. But only because it's so popular. It also like has its own thing at Disneyland,
Yep.
Yeah.
or Disney World.
It's pretty popular. I'd
Everyone,
say.
like I said, majority of people grew up with a toy lightsaber, so
Yeah.
there's that.
Yep.
So, and also if you think the Obi-Wan Kenobi show came out recently, and if you look at the following for that, like people are coming back and watching Star Wars. I watched it with Papa the other day, and he
Mhm.
was like, I've never seen him more excited for a Star Wars related thing than
Oh, yeah.
than the Obi-Wan Kenobi, because he was like, this is all the characters that you know. This like brings it feels like Star Wars. And so I was like,
That's good.
dang, okay, so he's excited, so that's
Yeah.
gotta mean something. So
Mm-hmm.
okay, next.
Number 4.
Hmm.
Lord of the Rings and Hobbit.
We got Lord of the Rings, Hobbit. We got Batman, Indiana Jones, Pirates of the Caribbean, James Bond, Toy Story. We got Men in Black, Maze Runner. What's the How to Train Your Dragon, Jurassic Park, Rocky.
And Trek.
Oh, and Trek. Yes.
I'd probably say James Bond. Just because I haven't seen any of the movies, but I know it's pretty good. It's
iconic.
yeah.
Old. Also, for it there to be 20
Yeah.
something movies.
Yeah.
There's 27 movies starting from 1963 to 2021. That's almost 60 years.
That's a lot.
Yeah, 58 years.
James
To be
Bond.
exact. James Bond. And I mean, they're good action sequences. We listed the actors, and it's not like they're no-name actors. I mean, they're well known.
Yeah.
The best movie, if you want to go by domestic box office, was Skyfall, which I'm pretty sure came out in 2012. That's definitely not the most recent one. The worst one, License to Kill. I don't know. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, The Spy Who Loved Me. Wait a minute. It does say License to Kill is at the bottom, though. But then if you look on this list, it says... oh, wait a minute. Yeah, down there, The Spy Who Loved Me. So I don't know what... Yeah. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar, again, with all these movies. Oh, wait, right here, actually. Dr. No. That's kind of funny. Okay, so that's what, James Bond, number 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Before we get too controversial, I feel like we should probably put this franchise next on the list. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Above, yeah.
It's definitely above all the rest of the
For sure.
franchises that's
Oh,
on
yeah,
there.
I'd say so. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'd say so, guys.
I would.
I will say
agree.
it does make me happy every time I hear the Shire music or like it's so
Classic.
pleasant. It's so pleasant. It puts me in a happy mood. And then Misty Mountains
Oh.
Yeah, that's just a classic song.
makes you want to sing, you know. So I would definitely have, even in general though, like the whole action sequences would have to be on there as well. So all right, so we got Lord of the Rings on there.
And the class or the iconic "You Shall Not Pass."
You shall not
Oh,
pass.
yeah.
That's another thing. Everyone knows the characters too. So
Yeah.
with these franchises.
Uh,
All right. I'm going to throw this one out there on this list, and I feel like it's not totally wrong, even though he said it's not barely top 15, but I feel like you could put it in at 6 here. Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh yeah.
I don't think there's too much disagreement.
Well,
with
yeah,
this.
yeah. I would say that'd be.
I mean, even looking at the other
Well,
other
hold
franchise. Okay.
Yeah, I mean you got Shrek in there.
You got Batman,
You got Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
I would say Indiana Jones is above Pirates of the Caribbean.
Really?
Of the Caribbean. Yeah. What about, okay, I mean, Toy Story? Is Toy Story a better franchise than Shrek?
Actually, yeah, I would say I would.
I'd concur.
Hey, I would.
Thank you.
I would.
What are you typing?
Oh, I'm making sure I spelled Caribbean right.
Oh, Caribbean. Yeah, I think you did.
Okay.
There's 2 B's.
I would go Indiana Jones.
You would go, so do you think Indiana Jones is better than
Toy Story. Yeah.
Toy Story, Batman? All those Batman
for
movies?
Sure.
Okay.
Batman's good and all, but it's not like iconic. It's not like everybody knows everything about Batman. It's
Yeah.
not, you say
Yeah.
Batman, you're like which actor?
That's true.
Who we
Which,
got here?
which
Indiana
Batman?
Jones, you're
which
like,
Batman?
yes.
Which Batman you talking about? That's
Yeah.
true.
Yes.
I get what
Indiana
you're
Jones
saying.
is higher.
I mean,
Which Batman? Like you talking comic book Batman? Talking Dark Knight? You talking Joker?
Joker. Now, I will say, if you ask most people what their favorite superhero movie is of all time, a lot of people these days will say The Dark Knight.
Yeah. Which
The
good.
2008, which is good. Christian Bale, it's Batman.
Yeah. I think I'm not like
Heath Ledger.
dissing on Batman.
Batman.
Takes baths, but but also like I don't think he beats Indiana Jones.
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Indiana Jones at 6.
Indiana Jones is 6. Okay, interesting. So Jordan never texted me back because I think he uses his laptop to send me that list. So I'm going to text him back on his actual text to say, you wrote Star Wars twice. But
Because he's a noob and doesn't know how to connect his phone to his laptop.
exactly.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I don't know how you can mess that up. You just sign into your iCloud, but that's just me.
It's just Jordan, so
it's Jordan.
It's not here. He's not here to defend himself, so let's dog
roast
him. Okay, next. Next, I feel like you got to put Batman on here then, I guess.
I don't know.
No? Okay, what about Toy Story?
Maybe you could.
Is Toy Story better than, did we say it's better than Shrek? Yes, I feel like it is.
Yes.
Regardless of what your
Yes.
feelings are toward 1 and 2, the whole Toy Story series in general, 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, and 4, even though
Yes.
Shrek 1 and 2 are pretty good, there's also...
I'd say Toy Story is better.
Mhm.
What about compared to Pirates of the Caribbean or Batman's?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean
Oh my goodness.
is really good for...
I think Toy Story is better than it. Maybe one spot above it.
I think they go back and back
Yeah,
because
it's pretty close.
it's very close.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
Because Johnny Depp as
he's trending
Jack
now.
Sparrow. Well, he's trending now, and when the movies get like Jack Sparrow, everyone loves
Iconic,
Jack Sparrow,
Yeah.
and he's definitely trending now.
Yes. He's an icon.
Free Johnny Depp.
For Johnny Depp.
Free Johnny Depp.
Yeah, I'd put Batman next.
You okay? You would put
After
that-
looking at the numbers.
the numbers.
I
Julian's a numbers guy, you
I'm a
know.
numbers guy.
He's a stats guy.
Yeah, I'd put Batman
I've reviewed
next.
the stats.
After reviewing the stats, he would concur that.
Batman is number 7.
All right.
People might hate on us for not putting it higher, but I wouldn't.
true.
I wouldn't put it higher.
I think
Batman.
You can't really disagree. You can maybe disagree with number 2, with Harry Potter being at 2 and Star Wars being at 3. But I mean, like that, the
Right.
top 3, I feel like is
I mean, you can't really disagree with our list because we're right. So
exactly.
I mean,
All right, so we keep bringing up Pirates of the Caribbean, Toy Story, Shrek. I think it's better than all the rest of those movies that
Yeah.
we've
Men
listed.
in Black, Maze Runner, How to Train Your Dragon, Jurassic Park, and Rocky.
the only one I would put before Pirates of the Caribbean is
Jurassic Park,
no,
because that concludes
is-
Jurassic
is,
World.
TS.
Toy Story.
Oh,
Toy
Toy Story.
Story.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, I see.
Okay,
So
right,
we have
Story.
3 spots left.
Is Shrek making the top 10? Looking at the list.
Yes.
So I think Shrek is 10. I think it goes Toy Story,
Shrek-
Pirates of the Caribbean, Shrek.
I think it
Or-
goes. Oh, you're saying from 8, 9, 10?
Yeah.
Okay, I would agree.
Yeah.
Shrek is at 10.
Toy Story, Pirates, and Shrek.
Toy Story, Pirates, and Shrek.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. Men in Black's not gonna go on there.
No.
Rocky maybe. The
I-
Creed.
I think people who like really know about the Rocky movies will say that there's too many Rocky movies that weren't good.
Yeah. But then you have Creed though, and Creed's really good.
Creed's really good,
So
but unfortunate he has to be in that same category as Rocky.
now what about How I Train Your Dragon? I know it's
mean,
your personal one.
Yeah, I mean, but this is our group list.
I'll default
Sure.
to you, Patrick.
I mean, you can't let
Jordan,
me
but hold
speak
on,
it.
look at Jordan.
He put it as
so hold on,
number
Jordan
9.
put it at what did he say? What did I say? Is 9?
It was
I
his
looked it up.
9 for him. I remember.
He said 9. Yes.
Thank you.
So in this, he said it would be he would be better than, or it would be
Shrek.
better than Pirates of the Caribbean
And
because he doesn't
Pirates
have
of the
Pirates of the Caribbean on his list. I think he meant to write Harry Potter when he put his Star Wars twice.
Oh yeah.
I would assume that he would because he
I would.
left Harry Potter off of there, and I would be kind of surprised.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen any of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I haven't seen any of the Shrek movies.
you haven't seen any of the Shrek
Nope.
movies?
Do you even
I'm
live?
surprised you're shocked.
I'm
I mean, I'm only
But-
surprised because it's Shrek. So like, I feel like at some point you would have seen Shrek more
At
than
some
Pirates.
point I will.
Well, I mean,
When I have time.
it doesn't surprise me you haven't seen Pirates of the Caribbean. It doesn't surprise me that you've seen certain stuff, but like Shrek, I feel like is
Yeah.
one of those ones that.
I think. Yeah. I mean, How to Train Your Dragon is definitely my top 10, but
Personally,
I can't-
it doesn't go on my top 10.
I can't really on any of these. I can't really contribute to this list except for maybe the top 3. But other than that, I'm like
The top
I've seen
3
limited
the top
Lord of the
3
Rings.
and Lord of the Rings, I feel like are not non-debatable, but like those are going to be the most
Universally agreed on.
Yes.
Our top
Consensus.
3 in order are MCU, Harry Potter, and Star Wars.
Yes.
By the
And
way.
then fifth, we have Lord of the Rings. So, I mean,
Mhm.
you guys can debate us all you want. And I know somebody will. But I feel like that's...
Yeah.
So yeah, 8, 9, 10. Toy Story's number 8.
I'd say so.
Come.
And then
Pirates of the Caribbean, and then Shrek.
POC is
What'd you say?
POC Pirates of
Oh.
Caribbean.
Pac. Person of color.
Pak Tikum.
Yeah. All right. So just to reiterate for the people listening and not even watch, even if you were watching, I don't even know if you would have been able to see the list. We have number 1, we have MCU. 2, we have Harry Potter. 3, we have Star Wars. 4, we have James Bond.
James Bond.
James Bond. 5, we have Lotter.
The Hobbit.
The Yabbit. The Hobbit.
Habit. Is that the Habit?
The
I think The Hobbit.
That's my favorite. 6, we have Indiana Jones. 7, we have Batman. Bathman. 8, we have Toy Story.
Yes.
9, we have Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. And 10, we have Shrek. So in our honorable mentions, we put Men in Black.
In no order.
In no order. Men in Black, Maze Runner, How to Train Your Dragon, Jurassic Park, and Rocky. Which I think some of those, like Jurassic Park and
ADD.
How to Train Your Dragon, Jurassic Park, and Rocky all deserve to be like the honorable mention. Maze Runner is more of like a personal like
Yeah.
love
I
to
liked
the
it,
to that
but-
franchise. Yeah, and then Men in Black is just another iconic but like pretty
Mhm.
good franchise. So, do we have anything else we want to say about franchises?
Not really.
I've Yeah.
That's all my.
that's my
information about
information.
franchises.
Okay, well, if that is it, then thank you guys for listening to another episode of the Rankaholics podcast. You can follow us on Instagram, Facebook. You can follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and know when we drop new episodes. Also, I think there's, I don't know, where else? YouTube as well.
Yep.
And
You can bring us food anytime you want.
Yeah, exactly, like Mom did.
Like right now.
You can also leave us a review on Spotify and Apple Podcasts app. Spotify, we are up to 13 reviews, and it literally takes less than 2 seconds. Like literally, it takes less than a millisecond, to be honest. It's just clicking the start.
That's not
Apple Podcast app. You can leave us a review and tell us how much you hated our list or liked our list. As long as as long as you click that 5-star, then I'd love to hear how much you hate us. So, but with that being said, thanks for listening to 50 episodes of us.
Yes.
And we will be back with episode 51.
That's what's next.
Yep.
Until next time.
Bye. Thanks for listening.